2 seconds. There's somebody trying to ring me. I don't know how they're ringing me when my phone's on airplane mode. You see, they're ringing me WhatsApp. Annoying. Hopefully they don't bother ringing me when I'm doing this stuff. Setting up the cameras again. So we're nearly there. We're nearly finished here. So the green sails at the top of the capsule there are only there to support the pack whilst I'm gluing them here. It's 4K going again. Okay, so as I go here, pencil and everything's in the glue now. So as I go, I just like tapping these in. Well, probably shouldn't be using a pencil because the pencil has epoxy on it, glue in it. So pushing the sails to the back wall. But they will spring out, the ones at the top, because they're not set yet. So we'll leave that be now and we'll keep gluing these. We've got another, I think maybe 2 sails to put on this. And then we're ready for the next live stream. Okay, so 2 more sails left on string 10. The glue run nice and smooth there, so I'm not going to touch it. The epoxy. And we're just going to, again, push these sails to the capsule. The main wall. Putting my hand, so obviously they're quite heavy now in the pack. That's it. Not even going to bother putting my finger near it. So I'm now going to add another backup sail here just to... That one shouldn't be in there. Just to add a bit of weight, a bit of support to the pack, to these upper sails, because I went up here in a double row for the meantime. In the final live stream, I'm going to be adding the last 6 sails here, which the capsule needs set down horizontal or thereabouts, because there's a break at this point. So I think it's a 4. No, there's 3 sails missing at this top row. Okay. So these 3 sails. These ones are only dummies for the minute. So again, I'm just pulling this sail tight to the wall. But because I put my big fingers on it, I'm going to just give the sails a wee rub with IPA to make sure that there's no grease coming off my fingers. So pushing the sail in, rubbing it in rather than pulling it out, because obviously it would just come out in the glue and everything about every road. So I just want to confirm that I have these glued. Yeah, they look beautiful. push this sail in because it's sitting out. So the reason they're springing out is because of the double wrap that's on the sails. So when I have applied heat to the shrink wrap, it hasn't exactly went at a 90°. It's sort of sat like that. It's just the way the wrap goes. It doesn't sit flush as you'd like it. I'm talking like very little. So again, we're going to push these sails as a go here. As the glue sets, 5 minutes takes to set. So that's why I keep pushing them in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the final 2 sails for the next live stream, then I'll just continue on. The next live stream will be very short because I've only got 6 sails to do. So I just want to confirm that these are okay before we go any further here. So these are just dummies for the meantime. That's why they're completely different colour. Right, we're going to the sail number 6 of string 10. Black corresponds with purple, remember? And that goes there. So that is the final sail, and it's within my boundary. So my boundary is this backing plate. We don't want the sails any higher than it. Otherwise the pack won't fit in the bike. Remember, the capsule mimics the sails as if they're in a bike frame, in my bike frame, behind me here. There. So I'm nearly done, Then I'm going to go and get a cup of tea here. Have a cup of soup. Right, again, positive pole facing out. We've got a row of 4 at the top, which is black, and that matches this, which is the sails within the bike frame, mocked up in the bike frame. So obviously in the bike frame they're not going to sit nice and square and perpendicular and uniform as they do in this capsule. So I'll turn this round a wee titty bit here. I don't want it to go flying onto my good computer screen. Just trying to get this one a wee bit more glue on it because, you know, if you can imagine, that's at a weak spot. It could break off if you, depending on how strong the glue is, which it is really strong. So I demonstrated how strong the glue was. I think it was live stream 6, or might have been 6 now. I made a wee mess, but it's okay. It's all sorted. So that sail will also be glued at the other side. So what I like to do here, as I mentioned right through all these live streams, is give the sail a wee turn, so we know that more of the body of the sail has the glue on it, in between the adjoining sail. So the final sail here now, people. The final sail for this live stream, because we have to let the glue set. We're working with gravity. So let me see if that's right, because it does look a bit proud. Must be right. I think when I done this plate, I was only focused on the bottom and here really. So I think it's right. So we're going to glue it. I'm going to put the glue at the top and let it run down into the other shell rather than trying to get the nozzle in there. Well, do you know something? I could get in, but it's right on the other side of the cameras here. So positive pole facing out. And I'm just going to put a nice even bead of glue on the cell. Nice and straight. hopefully. And if I'm not happy with it, I'll just straighten it. There, look. So what I'm going to do here is just going to pull the rag down. Perfect there now. We don't want it too close to the ends because the glue will run over. So we're going to turn this now down into the other cell. I just need to go around the other side of the cameras here. So we're going to move this down and watch the glue go in between the cells. But we want a nice concave sort of. We don't want a big yucky bit of glue sitting in there. Oh, wreck this. So what I need to do now is put a final bit of glue on here. Then we're going to wait till the next live stream to add the final 6 cells. So at the minute there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. 1, 2, let me count. Nearly 8 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups complete. And these 3 groups need extra cells. This group needs 1 cell. This group needs 3 cells. And this group needs 3 cells. But the final cell in this capsule, I have to modify a bit of the bike frame. So anyway, I'm going to place this bit of glue on this cell, and then this live stream is finished. So I'm going to put my finger on it, my thumb on it here to keep it nice and tight. Snap it off at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do here with this one, I'm going to run my finger along it. Bear with me a minute just to see how neat it is in there. It looks good. So, now that I've got this final bit of glue on here, I'm just going to turn the cell a wee bit to make sure I've got a good bit of the body covered. Just to make it a wee bit stronger. So that is the final cell there for the meantime. This cell, these light green cells are only there to add a bit of weight because I have to push each cell to this back plate on the capsule as I go here. Just to keep them nice and even as if they're sitting on a bench. Because these ones have only been glued, they're going to spring back at me. Like they are doing. So that's it, everyone. This is live stream part 9. So there's been a lot of work here. Okay, everyone, so that's the 4K complete. Oh, don't wreck the camera, Jeffrey. Going to do a wee close up here now. I need to clean this mess up. So we've got the 10 strings, one bank at this side. So this is basically either one of them. The banks will then, both battery banks will have the buzz bars at either side, both sides. So this is where I will be taking my series connection up at this point to the other pack at the other side of the bike. Seen here. Seen there. And basically what we have here is the capsule that mimics this bike frame. Why did I not do it on the bike frame? Because the capsule is much better and it keeps the cells all perpendicular to each other, perpendicular to that main plate at the back. Keeps this nice shape to match the bike. And this is the rising post, this point. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up here because I have to go and get something to eat. I'm starving. But I'm nearly finished. Another 15 minutes. We'll finish this pack. Well, this side. And then I have to do another one. Don't know if I'm going to do the other one now on a live stream, because as you can see, there's a lot of work and there's a lot to go on. And there's definitely a lot of work when you're very fussy like me. So thank you for watching, everyone, and goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see this project evolve. I do have, what do we see here in this box? I just want to demonstrate this because I have mentioned it. See this special tape on here? Don't worry about the nickel plates, I'm not using that. I'm building my own buzz bars. I'm going to get them water jet cut. Where is that tape? There though. So see this tape with the fibres in it? I will be using that for the perimeter outside of this project. So obviously at this point here is going to be a weak part in the pack, but when I have the whole pack surrounded with this, covered in this around the outside of course only, and the 2mm copper buzz wires and everything supporting it, it should be grand, and it will be contained within this bike frame. But just keep in mind, this is only one side. This is basically a 36-volt pack. Two of them will be in series, like so. So again, purple corresponds to black, because that's only the wrap I've got. Yellow is yellow, orange is green. I just say this because orange and green go together with the Irish flag. So think of the Irish flag when you're looking at this, right? So we have pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange, pink. So pink then is the series connection at this point, running across here. And that's where, if we go back to the plans, we have the same color configuration set in this illustration. So pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange. You can see the buzz bars drawn out there too also, and with the black permanent marker surround. So a lot of thought, a lot of sort of setting up went into this before I started to sort of eliminate any mess ups. So that's it, everyone. The capsule's made out of stainless steel. I'll go around to the side. It's got a big thick wall here, look. That keeps all the cells nice and tight. The pack's actually sitting out a wee bit. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and goodbye. I hope you enjoyed. If anybody has any questions, they can ask away. I don't mind answering. So these green cells, just to point out, it's just there to, at the minute. What did I have to do something here? 2 seconds. I forgot. I have to make sure that them cells that I just glued is tight to the wall, because I've only got 5 minutes. So basically what I'll do here is just push them tight to the back wall. Them ones there still not set. See what I mean? There's a lot to think about there. Hold on. So just keeping them tight to the back wall. Because if you can imagine, when I bring these two packs together, I'm going to be placing a piece of fiberboard, an insulator between them, between the buzz bars. The pack's going to be, obviously, it's going to be roughly, them cells is roughly 70mm. I think they are the 21700s. Roughly around 70mm or 70 point something. As far as I mind, I don't remember. The verniers are lying out here. Let me see if I can get them. No, I don't know where them went. But anyway, there's going to be, the pack's going to be roughly 140 wide. And if we go back to the bike, the center of my pack will be there, that point. Okay, so the suspension's not going to hit the pack. The suspension on the bike travels upwards and not downwards. Okay, because there's a lot of people that would get confused with that and have says to me, what a stupid idea. But obviously they don't have a clue about mechanical engineering and pivots and joints. The suspension doesn't travel down. Just because one bike travels down doesn't mean to say the whole lot of them's going to travel down. So we have 100 cells left here. We've got orange. I'm not colorblind. This is orange. This corresponds to my uh, configuration that I set. So if we go back to this at the start of the live stream, I says that black is pink, yellow is yellow, green is orange. Okay. I couldn't get the right colour film to do that, so I had to just go with what I had. Why? Obviously you don't get a black highlighter, or do you? I don't know. Don't think so. It'd be kind of pointless. So we have black, yellow, green, black, yellow, green. Everything's set out. So just to point out one final thing here, I haven't shown this. Here is the other pack. Basically, the two packs will be identical, but the only difference will be the buzz bars. So the buzz bars will be basically, if you can imagine having a line down the middle of the pack, the buzz bars will be like a mirror image at both sides. So the copper buzz bars at this side of the pack will be identical positioned at the side of the older pack, okay? And then the buzz bars at the inside. So if we look at this, see the way they're joining the different strings. So say this is where my right leg sits, which it is. What do we see? Right hand side. No, that's the inside of the pack. So we'll go back to this one. So this is where my left leg sits. So this is left bank. We have the series connection here. So see these copper plates? There's my terminal for 72 volts or 84 volts maximum. So what do we see this one? So this is the right bank. So this is where my right leg would be, okay? And there we have 0 volts. So this is this side of the pack, really. Well, both of them is going to be identical, apart from the buzz bars. And they will come together, and they will be perfect. So I know this area, there's people that build e-bikes all over, and they do their own thing, like, but there's a lot of people say have different ways of doing things, and this is my way. So, you know, if you don't like it. So this is the left leg, right leg. The capsule just mimics the cell sitting in the bike frame. So that's it, everyone. I'm going to go here and get something to eat. I'm starving. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and goodbye. Oh yeah, I'll tap these as I go. Bye.